Welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of microdosing, a topic that's moved from quiet corners to the center of wellness conversations. Microdosing means taking very small, subperceptual doses of psychedelics like LSD or psilocybin. These doses are far below those that cause hallucinations, so users don't experience the dramatic effects often associated with these substances. Instead, people report subtle shifts, such as improved mood or sharper focus. As microdosing gains attention, especially in mental health circles, it's crucial to separate what science actually says from what's simply trending. This shift into mainstream discussion brings both opportunities for new understanding and the risk of misinformation. Let's explore why microdosing is capturing so much interest and what we really know so far. Many people struggling with persistent mental health issues find that traditional treatments can be slow, unpredictable, or come with unwanted side effects. This frustration drives the search for alternatives, and microdosing stands out because it promises gentle improvement without the intensity of full psychedelic experiences or the commitment of daily medication. The idea of subtle, manageable change is understandably attractive. However, it's important to remember that just because something feels accessible or is widely discussed doesn't mean it's scientifically proven. The appeal of microdosing is real, but so is the need for careful evaluation. As we look at the reasons behind its popularity, we must also consider the difference between personal stories and solid evidence. Research into microdosing is still in its early days. Most studies are small and rely heavily on self-reported experiences, which can be influenced by expectations and bias. Participants often say they feel better, more creative, or emotionally balanced. Some studies hint at changes in brain networks related to flexibility and emotional processing, but these findings are far from conclusive. The challenge is that much of the data comes from people who already believe microdosing will help them, making it hard to separate real effects from the power of suggestion. As we move forward, it's essential to recognize both the potential and the limitations of what we currently know. The story of microdosing is still being written, and more rigorous research is needed to draw clear conclusions. One of the biggest hurdles in microdosing research is the placebo effect. When people expect a benefit, their perception can shift, even if the substance they take is inactive. Controlled studies have shown that placebo groups often report similar improvements to those actually microdosing. This doesn't mean the experience isn't real, but it does raise questions about what's truly causing the change. Is it the chemical, or is it the mind's power to influence how we feel? Understanding this distinction is crucial for anyone considering microdosing as a mental health strategy. It reminds us that belief and expectation can be powerful forces, sometimes as impactful as the substances themselves. Microdosing isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. People respond differently. Some feel better, others notice no change, and a few may even feel worse. Genetics, environment, and mental health history all play a role in these varied outcomes. Safety is another concern, especially with repeated long-term use. There's limited data on risks like sleep disruption, mood swings, or interactions with other medications. Plus, most substances used for microdosing remain illegal in many places, making research and safe access difficult. Users often rely on informal sources, which adds risk and raises ethical questions about promoting unproven practices. All these factors highlight the need for caution and responsible discussion as interest in microdosing grows. Despite growing interest, many questions about microdosing remain. Researchers are still working to determine if it offers benefits beyond placebo, which mental health conditions it may help, and what dosing patterns are safest. Factors like age, brain development, and personal history all influence outcomes. Rigorous, long-term studies are essential before microdosing can be considered a proven treatment. For now, it's best viewed as an evolving area of research, one that requires both curiosity and skepticism. As we wrap up, remember that responsible discussion means prioritizing evidence, transparency, and care. Thanks for joining this exploration into microdosing and mental health. Stay curious, and see you next time.